January the 6th, 2022, guys. You're looking at information 2 hours ago from AccuWeather, and I've been watching the storm that moved up through North Mississippi, north of us into Tennessee, Kentucky. It's pushing its way up into the northeast, Philadelphia. You guys up in that area, watch out. You know, they've been talking about everything heating up on the planet. But guys, did you know a couple of days ago that Tokyo, Japan had 1 inch more in one day than it normally gets in the whole year? I'm talking about snow. Now, looking at snowstorms that have been moving across the nation, look at Colorado right after the fire. And this storm, guys, is following on the heels of another one. There was a lot of people that were trapped just a few days ago on the interstates. And you had senators, hundreds and thousands of people probably just trapped, and some for 21 hours. You know, you can't run your car that long and keep a heat going. You'll run out of gas, so there's pretty rough. So this climate change thing is more like what we have been talking about for a few years, and it's called grand solar minimum. And we had a very warm and mild end and last few weeks of 2021. Things are starting to change. And again, all across the nation, all across the northern hemisphere, there's been record cold weather and record snow now. But this storm that we've been watching coming up your way now is dropping the pressure very quickly, and now they're calling it, this was 2 hours ago from AccuWeather, storm likely to become bomb cyclone as it charges up eastern seaboard. The snowstorm will continue to chug along after it pushes out to sea and begins to charge up the east coast Thursday night. That's tonight. But as it does so, it will undergo a rapid intensification referred to as a bombogenesis by meteorologists. A bomb cyclone defined as a storm that central pressure plummets by 0.71 of an inch of mercury, or 24 millibars within 24 hours. 24 millibars. You're familiar with that with hurricanes. When you drop the pressure that quickly, you got a major storm. What does it mean for the people in the path of the storm? For one, intense snow rates 1 to 3 inches per hour could occur tonight in northeastern portions of Maryland, including around Baltimore, southeastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and up towards New York City late Thursday night to around daybreak on Friday. That's tomorrow morning as the storm pulls in more moisture. Things are going to get tough. Now, it amazes me, and I guess I'm not used to a lot of snow and all, but they'll put out these snow warnings, and then you'll see thousands and thousands of people wrecking their cars on the interstate and stuck all night. I mean, you might want to turn off or pull the CD out of your car and listen to the weather just a moment. This is not the time that you travel and you get in wrecks. Like all Tennessee guys in Kentucky today, wreck after wreck after wreck in the snow. But what is wrong with some people? I mean, if it's an emergency, it's an emergency. But please, before you, in the wintertime, especially January and February, before you decide to go on a big journey, look at the weather. Pretty simple. If you can't do that, you're not very prepared to survive when things get rougher. At the same time, the rapidly strengthening storm will whip up strong winds, even causing blowing and drifting of snow in some areas, which will add to hazards on the road. That's what we're talking about. All-out blizzard conditions are likely to unfold across eastern Maine, where winds will frequently reach 40 miles an hour or higher, and snow and blowing snow will reduce the visibility to under a quarter of a mile at times. These intense conditions could occur for a time Friday into eastern Massachusetts. Let's take a look at the satellites. Now, this is current radar of the entire continental U.S., and you can see, if you look closely before it gets completely dark here, there's a system spinning just off the coast of North Carolina. Check it out, guys. Right there. It's just under the clouds. All of this moisture, and this is going to combine. Tennessee, you've been catching it. We've been watching it. North Mississippi today. Into Kentucky, the western sides of, now you can see into North Carolina, getting up to Virginia. But look at a lot of this right here, guys. And you've gotten snow up there in that area, but some of the cities south of the snow that came a couple of days ago that trapped everybody, I think it was Interstate 94 or 95, you didn't get much, but you're going to get it now. And there's more on the way. Look at this basically continuous flow out of the Pacific Ocean. It's coming in through Oregon and Washington. Check that out. Gets here into the center. A dip in the Arctic vortex is pushing into the Midwest. And again, today in North Mississippi, guys, snow and ice. But you know it was 65 degrees. We're south of this weather. Got up to 65. Suddenly it got dark. The wind changed from the north, and we were dropping in temperature rapidly. Right now at 5:32 p.m., again going from 65. Let me look at my weather station. The temperature's 39. The real feel is 34 degrees right now. So that's a quick drop. And if it's that cold here, imagine what's coming at you guys there. You got some weather coming into Central Florida. And again, all of my friends here in the Northwest, you got continuous snow mixed with rain and sleet. So just be very careful. Let's look at the overall outlook map. And I want you to notice something that's offshore of the east coast of the U.S. Guys, you've got everything from winter storm warnings, gale warnings, high surf warnings, small craft warnings, hazardous sea warnings. Check that out. And what is happening, again, this is because of that bombogenesis. You could just see it in the radar images. You can pause it if you need to when it begins right before this. And it's winding up. It's like a tropical depression, almost a tropical storm. But it's cold air, and look how far out to sea this goes. And you've got in the pink here, winter storm warnings. In this purple area, you've got winter weather advisories, things like that. It's all coming your way, and it goes all the way from North Mississippi earlier today, now into, what is this, Huntsville, Alabama, guys, Tennessee, all the way up into the very extreme northeast. Now, again, you can see what's coming in, a lot of moisture in the northwest. And notice in the red, guys, you've got blizzard warnings here, high wind warnings across a lot of the nation. You've got flood advisories, flood warnings along the Oregon coast. All of this is moving along. And on the west or eastern side of Lake Michigan, guys, you've got all these winter weather advisories, and you're going to have that snow effect, or lake effect snow, excuse me. We're in the wintertime, I know, but this bombogenesis thing could change a lot. You could have power outages. So I know that if you're in the Northeast, you're more prepared for weather than most people, but be prepared for power outages. Charge up your batteries, get your weather radios out, turn off Netflix, look at your local weather, get your or your local FM station or whatever that covers the weather conditions, and try to stay inside. You don't need to get on the highways. It's going to be bad for you. One of the congressmen, I think it was Tim Kaine, that was Hillary's running partner, he was stuck 21 hours in his car trying to get back to D.C. You know, it's a cold world sometimes, Tim, but that's how it goes down. I just wanted to point this out. This weather's getting extreme. You can look at all the states involved. It's just going to move continuously northeast through tomorrow morning. Things are going to get rough. They're going to get tough. Guys, in Tennessee again, Kentucky, up through that area, I've been watching highway cams, things like that, and there's wrecks everywhere. Snow is everywhere. It's time to get home, bundle up, and stay safe. It's a heads up. You be safe.